Hey guys, Tony Maritato here, licensed physical therapist, and this video is recorded for patients who are looking for ways to work on external rotation and internal rotation, but don't do this if it hasn't been specifically prescribed by your physical therapist for you. But if you have been prescribed these exercises, best of luck, here we go. So first thing I like to do is, if I'm laying for a self-assessment, I want to see how my range of motion is progressing on my own. I'll lay flat on my back. I'll kind of free up my shoulder blades. I make a 0 with my thumb and index finger, and then I just relax with that 0 on the mat, on the floor, on the bed, wherever I'm laying. This would be considered full range of motion. Typically, after rotator cuff repair surgery, there's going to be a limitation in external rotation. So depending on the phase of recovery and what your therapist has prescribed, one of my favorite ways to work on external rotation is to quarter turn. So now my body is rolled over, my shoulder blade is flat on the surface I'm laying on. I still make the circle with my thumb and index finger, but if my range of motion is limited, I can gently start to press into that external range position until eventually I get it resting flat on the floor or the surface. If I can tolerate laying completely on my side, this is usually a little bit easier to get full range of external rotation. But the goal would be, as I start to roll back, I can keep that position. If I'm using my other hand to assist, I can do what's called a contract relax, meaning I'm tight going back that way. So what I might do is press forward into my other hand, hold it for 5 to 7 seconds, and then relax and see if I can get a little more range. I press to resist, hold it for 5 to 7 seconds, and then I relax to see if I can get a little more range. This is working external rotation. I can repeat this multiple times throughout the day. If I want to work on internal rotation, there's a stretch called a sleeper stretch, where again, I'm laying kind of quarter turned onto my side. My thumb is pointed down, my palm is facing away, and I'm working this position, thumb down toward the mat. My fingers are kind of in line with my belly button. I would hold this position. I could resist it for 5 to 7 seconds and then relax and try to get a little deeper. This is one way to do it, but another way to work internal rotation that I like a little bit more, I'm going to switch to my right side because the camera is still on this side, is I go to my stomach. I put my hand palm up, internally rotated, and then what I'm doing is I'm sliding that elbow up toward the line of my shoulder. So from this position, I relax. I call it a chicken wing position. You could also try it here with your thumb in the middle of your spine. I just find that this is a little more comfortable. I bring it up so my thumb is in my rib cage, and I just relax. Usually I'll turn my face away from the involved shoulder just because it's more comfortable. I'll hold this position 2 to 3 minutes, and then I'll let it relax, come back down. So I can work internal rotation this way, or I can work internal rotation this way. I can work external rotation this way, or I can work external rotation this way. Just laying here is working that external rotation position. So guys, the idea is when we want to stretch connective tissue like a joint capsule or ligament, we want a long duration, low intensity stretch that's tolerable. Maybe it's a little uncomfortable, but it's absolutely not painful. As soon as I get into a painful position, what happens is the musculature responds by resisting or fighting that position. So we need to get to the point where we can just let gravity continue to pull us back. And the reason why I like laying on a flat surface is because this is going to make sure I don't go past full range of motion. So somebody who might have a loose shoulder, joint laxity, we don't want to stretch beyond normal range of motion. So this is a great way to make sure you're doing it right. And your self-assessment tool, one more time, is right here. Guys, I wish you the best. The new year is coming. Happy New Year, and I'll see you on the next video.